Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I think Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves is going to be probably one of the hardest movie reviews I've ever done. Hardest on me personally, and because it is just a difficult movie to get a read on. And I will do my best to do it justice. Video game movies don't normally do well. I'm sure Dungeons and Dragons isn't a video game, but you kind of get what I'm saying, right? Like notoriously, they've done really bad. World of Warcraft didn't do great. Original Mario, not great. There's a lot of them that just really missed the mark. But we've seen better works recently. We've seen Nintendo being very successful with Pokemon or Detective Pikachu, the new Mario movie that comes out next week, the Sonic movie franchise now, and the TV shows. Last of Us is one of the most popular television shows so far this year. So Dungeons and Dragons has a little bit to live up to. And I think that they have truly done all they can to get people to the theaters for this movie. They've hired a very decent cast, uh, you know, with Chris Pine at the forefront. They have done tons of marketing, tons of marketing. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe I only see the ads because I think this movie, or I thought this movie was going to be bad. Um, or maybe they actually are just showing it everywhere. But they've really done whatever they can to get people in the theater. Let's start there. I'm going to say this as a complaint, and I can't fault them for it, but I'm going to give it as a complaint. I'm just tired of theaters and or movies putting at the front their actors on the front of the screen, and we just want to thank you for showing up. Like, movies are back. Thank you from the bottom of our heart for spending your money to come see us in the theater. Okay, I get it. I got it when COVID was happening. I got it when COVID's done. Just cut to the movie. I'm gonna be honest, it was very awkward for this film because there's like 6 people on the screen and I think 2 talked. Whatever. Not gonna deduct them points. Wanted to get it off my chest. Let's first jump into. No, I don't even think I can jump into a specific pro or con list. I'm just gonna lay the movie out, and I'm not gonna give you any spoilers. Okay. I'm just gonna talk through my thoughts and feelings on the movie. So first, it looked rough. The first 30 minutes of the film almost was like laughable. CGI, costumes, dialogue. I mean, to the point that I truly thought for a few minutes, I was like, this, I contemplated that this might be satire. I've missed the memo, and this is a satirical film. It was that bad. But then after that 30 minutes, I think I just thought, oh, damn, this movie's just bad. I'm, I'm sorry. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it is. So 30 minutes in, all of a sudden things start kind of changing pace, and definitely for the better. Not necessarily like any really point in the film that I want to say. There's a fighting scene, and when that scene happens, you can tell all of a sudden everything's kicked up a notch. The acting is better, the script's writing is a little bit better, the graphics are better. Like, it was that point where the movie turned around. And so it's not to say the first half was. Never mind, the first half was bad. It's bad. And this is why this movie is very difficult because, on one hand, if you're reviewing the movie in like a cinema sense, the movie's awful. It was awful. It's 4 out of 5 or 4 out of 10. Sorry, definitely not 4 out of 5. 4 out of 10. Maybe 4.5 out of 10. I would feel a little bad giving it a 5 out of 10. But if you look at it just movie wise and for what it is, which is what movies are about, like it's not awful. I'm not gonna lie, I chuckled a few times. I think I chuckled out of cringe and maybe some sense of possible funniness. It's an interesting movie. It's not anything special. The plot's perfectly normal. Like it's nothing phenomenal. Everything that can happen happens. You're never surprised. But by like the halfway point in the movie, I'm beginning to enjoy my experience. Characters were decent. Acting was pretty good. I mean, I think any problems you have with it is truly just the script. Because this is a comedy before anything else. It is not an action movie. It is not an adventure movie. It is a comedy. Then it's an action adventure movie. And I think that's why it felt almost too forced. I think it could have been done differently, especially when you have a lead actor like Chris Pine who can take a more serious role. I mean, let's look at Don't Worry, Darling. Him and Florence Pugh carried that film. The film wasn't awful, but they brought it to where it was because without them, that movie's not doing what it did. Off topic. Back to Dungeons and Dragons. I can't say I expected much. I'm not. I mean, what would you even expect from Dungeons and Dragons? It's just not it. Okay. Not going to be mad at it. It's truly just a Dungeons and Dragons name put on a fantasy movie. Like I said, the graphics and everything in the first half of the movie, first 30 minutes of the movie, was pretty bad. Like, actually, pretty bad. There was some glaring bad costumes, glaring mistakes in the CGI. Like, it is rough. But as soon as I got through that, the movie hit its stride, found what it wanted to be, and really did it well. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not going to. I want to say there's a crazy cameo in the movie. Crazy. Unbelievable cameo. I did a double take to people down the row from me. I was like, is that who I think it is? Why? Why is that person in this film? So, if you go, be on the lookout for that. I think how I want to wrap this thing up and really provide y'all a succinct summary. Your expectations going in are going to be low, and you are going to be right on the mark. It's not a great movie. In no manner of the word good is it even there. Like it's just it's arguably almost not average. But if you can look past dumb and arguably just bad movie is, it's enjoyable. And now not in the sense of like Moonfall, because Moonfall was a unbelievably horrible film, and it's truly one of my favorite movies of last year. It is incredible. It's an incredible movie. This is not that. This is just a bad movie, but you can still gather a little bit of fun out of watching it. I did. I left the theater being a little fulfilled. Okay. It's more than I can say about a lot of films. But as a self proclaimed movie critic, I'm going to have to give it like a 4 out of 10. It's just not it. Personally, it was bad, but I could get over it and give it a little bit higher. I didn't hate it. But this is a cinema review. Like this is the entire movie environment view. And if you're going to put this up there on the same screens that others have been on, it's bad. We talked about video game movies earlier. Let's hope we get something better. Mario is coming out next week. I will be there. I should be there on the early access night. I will try to watch it and get a review out. I think initially I was a little concerned about the movie. I think those have subsided. I'm actually excited for this one this time. So we'll see. But yeah, like I said, Dungeons and Dragons. Wait for it to come on your TV screen one day while you're sitting on the couch and there's nothing better to do. See you around.